the Valley are the truth. They're constantly reminding us who represented the West last year in the finals. By the way, they have the best record in the NBA. Carry the heck on. You know, it's Christmas, so I'll paraphrase for you there. Kendrick Perkins is here, and Monica McNutt. RC still here with us. And I wish you could see Monica's full outfit.
Santa?
Because she's got the green boots to match. No, Santa Perk isn't here yet. He'll be here in a hot second. But I am loving all this Festivus energy. How we feeling, Big Perk?
Oh, we good. We good.
Right. Perk, I'm starting with you here. Who's the best team in the West? Tell them.
Who's the best team in the West? Who's the best team in the NBA? It's the Phoenix Suns. And you know what? They have to continue every single night to prove their love, okay? And here's the thing. I understand Steph Curry
the five heartbeats.
Yeah, you got it. I understand that Steph Curry has been doing this thing. He has been unbelievable, and I think his greatness has overshadowed what the Phoenix Suns has done. When you look at the Phoenix Suns, they have an MVP candidate, in my opinion, in Chris Paul. Don't come telling me about numbers because we could bring up Steve Nash numbers. When you look at their offseason additions, I think we didn't give enough credit to them for signing JaVale McGee, who's been an unsung hero, Landry Shamet, who has come in and provided great minutes. And on top of that, they have a guy that's capable of going for 40 on any given night in Devin Booker, a young superstar. So when I look at this team that represented the Western Conference last year, that got better in the offseason, the worst thing that happened for the NBA is that they got to taste the blood. They're battle-tested. So this is not a front. This is who they are. And they have culture. So although Steph is doing this thing with Golden State, the Suns are not only the best team in the West, but they're the best team in the NBA.
RC?
I understand what you're saying, Perk. The Suns have the best record in the West, but the Suns aren't the best team in the West. It's the Golden State Warriors.
So you know what? You know what? I knew when you came on this television show with that jacket, you was going to start acting funny style, okay? Listen, we're not about to go there. We're not about to go there, okay?
Let this football man explain, though, Perk.
Go ahead.
Let him explain. We want to hear this.
Perk, what type of guy doesn't let me get my basketball thoughts off? You know what I mean? It's Christmas, Perk. Have a giving heart, man. Now listen, so when we think about the Golden State Warriors, obviously they start the season extremely hot, but they're a team, when you watch the Golden State Warriors, every possession seems like it means more and matters more to this team than it seems like to others. Defensively, they move around, right? They switch, they communicate. Offensively, it's constant movement. And that's not only with Steph Curry, that's using Wiggins, who's averaging about 18. Jordan Poole becoming a young star in this league. And it's not to mention all the things that Draymond does to make this team go. And it's also now kind of taking on his tough, hard-nosed, work hard, effort personality. And then we don't have a Klay Thompson yet. You don't have a Wiseman yet. And these guys, once acclimated into the team, everybody finds and fills out their roles. The talent level in which this team has is above the Phoenix Suns to me. And they are battle-tested as well. And it's not that the Phoenix Suns being battle-tested through one opportunity to get a chance to win a championship is enough when you compare it to the Andre Iguodala's, when you compare it to the Klay Thompson, you compare it to the Draymond Greens, and obviously the Steph Currys. And this is a team that is still hungry. It's not like the Golden State Warriors can rest on their laurels, and everybody came into this season believing that they were going to be what we see now at 26-6. This was a team that was down a star, a team that had lost KD 2 years ago, and a team that had a ton to prove. They came out on fire. They've continued that with consistency, and they don't even have all their dogs yet, Perk. And I know it feels good to say great things about Chris Paul. I want to say them too. Ever since they blocked the trade to my Lakers, where I knew it would have been great. But right now, this is still the Golden State Warriors conference.
I turned my lights off because it's about to get serious, Perk. I had to turn my lights off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Good morning,
Wow.
RC.
Let me sit up.
Hey, love.
Let me sit up.
Okay. So
What's
what
up,
you
man?
are seeing from the Golden State Warriors, you're absolutely right in how much movement that they create in their offense, how difficult it is to guard Steph, and the way that their supporting cast is beginning to step to the fold in terms of their productivity. But what they still don't have is the size that the Phoenix Suns have. And again, you've been there in terms of experience. You cannot knock the fact that this squad maintained its continuity in terms of being the runners-up last year. Yes, Klay is coming back. But I, for one, don't know that that is going to be as seamless as people think it is because you're not going to get the same version of Klay prior to injuries. James Wiseman, who you brought up, well, I remember at points last year, he looked a little lost. And I don't know if that was his fault or the system's fault. And so I'm not so sure that that is going to be the addition that you think it might be. Steph Curry and Draymond Green are absolutely the centerpieces of this group. However, in terms of continuity and collective experience, they do not one-up the Phoenix Suns. And when you look at what the Phoenix Suns are able to do on both sides of the ball with tremendous size and length, if ever there was a team that was perfectly poised to defend the Golden State Warriors, I'm looking at the Phoenix Suns.
Yo, you know what? Basketball people, bro. Basketball people, y'all just like, oh, it's a guy that played football. Listen, y'all don't know about my high school state champions, Perk.
Hey, you know about that,
Perk?
Hey, Ryan, you know when they get hot in First Street Baptist Church, when you get to speaking the gospel? That's what Monica just gave you. She gave you the gospel. You know when you got to raise the windows up. But listen what I'm trying to tell you. You can look at Draymond Green, and he could be a front runner for Defensive Player of the Year.
Certainly.
But guess who else got a front run? Guess who else got a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year? His name is Mikal Bridges, okay? We're talking about one of the better two-way players in the game today. I mean, with his length, the way that he's able to guard multiple positions. I watched him the other night, and I was like, man, this guy's arms are super long. He's probably one of the only guys in the NBA that can tie his shoes standing straight up, okay? Standing straight up. But listen to me, Ryan. You have to realize when you look at DeAndre Ayton, and I understand he didn't look too great in the finals against Giannis. A lot of people don't. But when you look at what he done throughout the playoffs last year, and he really outplayed Jokic in the Western Conference Finals, I believe it was, and they swept them. Listen, when you have that type of depth at the big position, it's hard. Defense win championships.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.